Who are we?
Mm.
Who are we?
Who we want to be?
Somebody good looking.
Mm.
Somebody gets a lost cause over
I'll
there.
have to be ourselves.
Okay. Welcome to the Wild Bob and Ronnie Show, a network production of UGTV, UG TV.
Coming to you folks from the US of A in Lafayette, Tennessee.
Beautiful downtown Lafayette.
Well, I got money, I'll go now.
Had to pay Bob to give him come. He gonna get a haircut.
My appearance, that's my appearance fee. Huh?
Yeah. He didn't appear too good.
Hey folks, beautiful weather outside. I hope all of you are enjoying life as much as I am. That all of your fortunes are going well, in spite of all the opposition and the troubles and the obstacles that we have put in our way. And they're real pleased to learn that the Republicans have produced their first budget in 4 years.
Hmm.
Yeah.
No.
What?
They've produced one every year. The Republicans?
The Democrats.
That ain't what you said.
Oh, I meant the Democrats. Democrats have produced their first budget.
But they ain't released it yet.
Well, but just from learning what it says, it produced, it asks for $1 trillion in new taxes. But it still does not balance the budget.
No. Well, that's more to spend.
Well, sure.
Maybe we can get enough off of them to keep our dumps open.
Maybe.
You know, they're going to close the convenience centers.
Well, all of them.
4 days a week, so they're going to be open.
Well, you know,
It takes a lot of money to feed that park out there.
I know that. They sure did. But you know, I really do not see anything wrong with the convenience centers just being open 4 days a week. People ought to, sometime in that 4 days, be able to make arrangements to go to the dump.
I agree with you, but you know what's going to happen, don't you?
What?
Everybody's going to pile their garbage up at the gate.
They're going to do what?
Pile their garbage at the gate.
You think so?
I know they will. They do it on
what
Sunday.
They need to do, they need to put the sheriff down there and arrest those that do it.
I agree with you.
I don't see anything wrong with the government providing services, but it does not mean you have to coddle to the public.
Well, I agree that 4 days a week ought to be enough to haul the garbage. But if they're so desperate to cut back on money, I think there's other ways to do it that might work just as well. See, that's probably part of Obama's austerity package to get us to want to pay more taxes.
I think they're closing the convenience center because of the sequester.
Yeah, they want to raise more taxes.
Right. Well, I guarantee you, they have the same mentality as Obama.
Yeah.
They feel like they can make it real tough on the people here in Campbell County. Then they will agree to raise the property rate, or they will add something to the sales tax, you know, so they can go build a convenience center that's almost in Anderson County.
Well, all they have to do, really, if you stop and think about it, is put a solar panel on the top of them little guard shacks, and that'll pay for the guy sitting in there.
Well, yeah, that's what they need to do. Is see, they could keep their garbage dry if they put a roof over it and put solar panels on it.
Mm-hmm.
Just think how great that would be.
Well, that would pay for the people there, the garbage guards.
Right.
I don't know why they don't think of that.
They just they're limited in their thinking. Their thinking only goes so far, you know. And
I mean, you know that if you can make money by putting solar panels on top of a schoolhouse, you ought to be able to make money putting them out in the field.
You ought to be able to, really.
Makes sense to me.
Right.
Thought it got unplugged.
We're not even plugged up.
Yeah, but I didn't see the wire.
Huh?
I did not see the wire.
Okay, all right.
Left you urinated at home?
Well, no, I left it up the house.
Okay.
Outside, I didn't want to hear all this stuff tonight.
I can understand
what I wanted
that.
to hear. And, but yeah, it does. It makes sense to me that the county's got a lot of vacant land, and they don't have to worry about the problems with the roof if they just put the solar panels on the vacant land.
Yeah.
Of course, you know, the people with the school department are supposed to be a little bit more educated than just your ordinary county commissioners who are the ones that pay for all this. I'm going to pay for it with our money, you know. School board, all that.
No, they spend all their money building parks.
Yeah.
I know they paid for that. They got their name on it.
Oh, yeah, yeah, had that right. And, you know, it's, they feel like they have done enough for the county already by putting those solar panels on the schoolhouses. They say, what do the people of this county think? That we have taken them to raise?
Oh, yeah, hadn't thought of that. I noticed you've been working on Richard's car.
Yeah.
Get your parts up at Napa, didn't you?
Napa, they got the bestest parts, and they'll get what you need. You know, they're located up there right across from IGA.
Up there across the road.
You're right up there across the road from IGA. They've got over 200 and some thousand parts at their just ready disposable. And they've got books and catalogs and computer information probably on 1 million parts.
Probably more than that.
Right.
How's that meaning a good car?
Mm.
How's that meaning a good car?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, let me ask you, what do you think of Dodge?
That's all right.
Pretty decent old car. Runs good. I drove it to the farm and back the other day, and we didn't have the fan working on the radiator, but Rent's Cool didn't need one. And now Richard's complaining because he got the fan going, he ain't got no heat. So we'll take care of that little problem Friday.
Well, I hope that works out okay.
Well, I hope so too. You know, it'll be a certain amount of aggravation, you know.
Yeah, that's the reason. Well, never mind, but
I'm going to tell him that he needs to take all that up with Ronnie.
well, forget that.
Right.
The next time you lose your dog, you need to look under the bed.
Well, what happened, you know, she's usually the last one to come in.
Yeah.
I have to call her. Well, this time she was the first one in. I didn't see her go in, and the little black one went in, and I got to looking for the little brown one, and I asked the girl that was in there if the little brown dog was in the motorhome. She said no, it's just a little black one. So I went on a search for her. And when I decided I could not find her, I went back in the motorhome. There she was. She had gone in and gone to sleep on the cover.
Yeah. Dog's smarter than you are.
Yeah. Well, she's a good little old dog. I thought maybe she'd headed home. She's the one that went home from up at Duff. So I thought maybe she'd headed back home.
Napa Odd Parts at 562-9406 if you was to want to call them.
Call Randy up there and he'll pick you right up.
Well, what else going on, Bobby T?
Well, I don't really know. You know, we got buttercups blooming out at my house.
Oh, global warming.
That's exactly where it's coming from.
Yep.
And, you know, I just noticed they put the polar bears, kept them on the endangered species list.
Yeah.
Even though they have multiplied about 5-fold since the 70s, you know.
Yeah.
But they still have the potential of becoming an endangered species.
Well, they're trying to endanger the penguins now.
Why?
They're trying to classify the penguins as endangered.
Right, they're the ones in the North Pole.
No, they're really endangered. I'm talking about the one on the other end.
I tell you what, too, you just don't hardly ever see. The only time you ever see in those North Pole penguins is in an Al Gore ad.
Yeah, where they use that there styrofoam ice.
Right.
I've give up. It's a lost cause.
Pardon?
I said I've give up. It's a lost cause. I heard.
It's you know, when you've seen as many years and things go by as I have, you really realize how utterly crazy, without any merit, completely foolish,
I'll tell you what's
dumb.
wrong. I'll tell you what's wrong. All these politicians have wrote so many laws that they've stopped up the drain and the political bullshit can't run off.
Right, I know that. Exactly right. And then you've got the Amplac duck down there. I'm going to go down there and start advertising against him. I don't know when he comes back up again. Here he is. Paul Ryan's there filibustering for to guarantee our right.
Wasn't Paul Ryan?
I'm not Paul Ryan. I mean
Rand Paul.
Yeah, Rand Paul. Well, I mean that's
close
like Osama and Obama. The only
Close
difference in is a little BS.
Yeah.
You know, and but there Rand Paul was standing up there filibustering to ensure that by executive order that he wasn't going to execute any Americans without a jury trial, without him being charged on American soil. Now, he's already done that on foreign soil. He killed the old crazy sheik, which I can't blame anybody for wanting him to. But he killed his 16-year-old boy, who was an American citizen.
Mm-hmm. But here's the thing about it. The Amplac duck.
Yeah.
What about John McCain? Boy, ain't he something.
John McCain needs to go.
Yeah.
Amplac Duck needs to go.
And Lamar Alexander needs to go.
Lamar Alexander needs to
and
go.
Lindsey Graham needs to go.
Who?
Lindsey
and
Graham.
Lindsey Graham, all that bunch that are such sophisticated senators.
They're just so afraid. They're so afraid that the Tea Party is going to get reinvigorated and do something.
Right.
And they know that whenever they get the upper hand, them guys is out.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, the only thing...
I don't know why John McCain has to sell out. He's got 6 more years. He's going to be 112.
At least.
Yeah.
At least. Well, you know, there's not one guy that would fit in with that bunch up there if he could get elected. And that's our senator from our district. State senator.
Oh, yeah. Yeager.
Huh?
Yeager.
Ken Yeager.
Yeah, he's another one of
is
them.
the poorest excuse for a representative for the people as I've seen in my day and time. He and the Aflac duck.
Yeah. I guess in theory, the senators are supposed to represent the county.
We're supposed to represent the state.
I'm talking about
to the county. You talking about state senator?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And House members are supposed to represent the people.
Right.
And then the next step up is senators are supposed to represent the state.
Right.
And be elected by the state,
right.
Appointed originally.
Well, they could be appointed by the state.
Well, they were to start with, till they changed
Oh, I know that originally, yeah.
Which the 19th Amendment?
Huh?
19th Amendment, 17th Amendment?
Something like that, yeah.
And back under Woodrow Wilson, whenever they officially screwed up the Constitution. Well, anyway, there ain't no hope, I don't think. I'm to the point I don't really care.
You know, a lot of people are so uninformed about our Constitution. If they would really study our Constitution and our Declaration of Independence and really look at it why it came to be as it was, they'd have a greater appreciation of it. Most people don't even realize that there is no constitutional guarantee for a person to vote in a federal election.
You know it.
You have no constitutional guarantee to vote for president. You have no constitutional guarantee. I'm not talking about state constitution. I'm talking about federal constitution. You have no federal constitutional guarantee to vote for senators or representatives. You have no guarantee.
Yeah, you do.
Huh?
Yeah, you do.
No.
Yeah.
You have no guarantees to vote in any federal election. Those guarantees they may have put requirements on the state to make some apparatus for election, but that's the state that guarantees you the right to vote, not the federal government.
Well, I don't know about that.
You research it.
Well, you may be right. I know you can't vote. They don't have, I mean, you don't even get to vote for the president, but there's no guarantee that you get to vote in the election as far as that goes. We don't have to have a popularly decided election for president. I mean,
no.
They don't even have to have a presidential election.
Our Constitution in the state, I think, provides for that.
Yeah.
Election.
But now they could do this. They could decide that the flip of a coin would to choose the delegates for the president.
Yeah.
And we could have 50 coin tossings and
Right.
have the election over with, and probably be a whole lot better off.
Yeah, probably would.
I'd rather take blind luck as blind foolishness.
Well, yeah. Like I said, you can go get 15 people out from under the bridges over in Knoxville and bring them down here to Jacksboro, and they probably would do a better job than what we haven't done, because you've got some good ones in there, but 3 or 4 against 11 or 12.
I bet you if you got them guys under the bridges, they could be bought cheaper.
I bet they could too. When you go with a $2.3 million contract on the solar panels?
Yeah, I reckon.
Do you realize the commission on that is probably somewhere around close to $500,000? And you can...
Well, I heard they had a storehouse full of them out there, a warehouse full of them out there in California, and they couldn't get rid of them, and they were having to pay to dispose of them, and since they were hazardous waste, some of them, it was a fairly expensive disposal process.
Well, all they got to do is send somebody over here to Campbell County and...
sell them to them.
And sell them to us, you know.
We'll even buy their red lights for him and use them.
And buy their red lights, and we can even have somebody from California come down there and make sure our school buses run.
Yeah, we need some of that.
Huh?
We need some of that help.
We had that in the past.
I know it. That's another one of them deals where you take...
You still got some individuals within our county government that tried to take over the bus system.
Well, what you had there was another one of them situations where you make the people suffer by moving the money in the right direction.
Well, what they did, they made no provision to fund the busing issue, because you had someone directing traffic that was wanting to buy a bunch of old buses and put them into operation. And
nothing like ambition, you know.
Nothing like being an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
Of course, even though you're using crony capitalism, in government by doing it, but...
some of that happens.
What?
Some of that happens. Did you notice we got heat?
Well, I know where Digger is, and if you associate with Digger Wilson, you're going to have heat when you need it.
Yeah, that's where I got that. Down there in the middle of Sawmill Holler, 562-5444 for all of my propane needs.
You're exactly right, and I believe I saw him out there tasting the flavor of that new propane he's getting.
Is he getting in that summer flavors already?
Yeah, he's getting it in there, and he was out there sniffing around to make sure it, when you put your steak on the fire, that it had either the mesquite flavor, or it had the hickory smoke flavor. You know, I like that better than I do any other flavor, the hickory smoke.
I like that hickory smoke too, especially whenever I'm grilling chicken or something like that. It gives it that there down home taste.
Right, said that right. That even makes the feathers taste good.
Makes the what?
Feathers taste good.
Feathers taste good.
Yeah,
feathers taste good. I take mine off sometimes.
Yeah. Well, you're coming.
I never did burn the feathers.
I'm getting ready to build a chicken plucker.
Yeah.
I've got plans to build one, and
you do.
Yeah, you can pluck a chicken in about less than 25 seconds.
Do you kill them first?
It cuts down the racket. You don't have near as much racket if you'll kill them first.
Well, I hadn't thought about that.
But you know, if you buy one of them, they want about $900 for it, and you take one of these stainless steel wash machine tubs.
Yeah.
And you can build, that's probably what they use anyhow. You can build one right out of that, just like they sell you commercially. All you got to do is put that thing on spin. Have your little fingers in there that will pull those feathers out and spin them around.
Really?
Yeah.
You still think you need to kill them first, though, right?
I think it'd make it a whole lot more pleasant, because you wouldn't have to put up all that squawking.
Probably be a lot more pleasant for the chicken, too.
Right, yeah, probably would be.
We don't advocate anything like this. We don't want anybody to be cruel to their chickens.
Right. Well, but until I make that chicken plucker, if you need a good wash machine, I've got some good wash machines, some good dryers. I got one refrigerator that's ready to go. I've got sofas and love seats and occasional chairs and tables and dinette chairs. I got a real pretty set of dinette chairs. I've got some mattresses and some bed frames and some springs, and I got a lot of baby items, and I got a good pair of binoculars today, if anybody's looking for binoculars.
You know, when you look to the wrong end of them, makes things way over.
You know, you bring the power of contusion together, you know, where you look like you're looking at it with both eyes, but you're really looking at it with one eye, you know, is what it looks like. And let's see, what else have I got? I don't know. I just got a bunch. Oh, I got a little electric thing that converts DC power to AC power. What do you call them things?
Inverter.
Here, an inverter. I believe that's a 400 watt inverter that I have, you know. So, and I've got the other things too. I got chainsaws, chains for chainsaws, and I've got reese hitches, and I've got balls, and I've got 20 or 25 foot chain, real nice chain. You can't push it, you'll have to pull it. And so you need to come on by. I got all kind of baby stuff.
Hello.
I got high chairs, baby swings.
I'm being a star, talk.
I got potty chairs.
See,
a bunch of stuff.
well, that's good to know.
What's that?
That you've got all that good stuff.
Yeah.
I've got windows and doors and kitchen rugs and nuts and bolts and trim and sheetrock and roofing and
Siding.
yeah, and a few more things.
Right. I might have to go back and get me a measurement on some of them kitchen rugs. I'm going to have to have a little bit of some kitchen rugs. What are you looking at? One of them instant electrical heaters? Are you looking? You found your propane one?
Yeah.
Told you they made them, didn't they?
Yeah. You can tell me I couldn't afford one though.
I was going to tell you somewhere around what, $2,000?
No. $500, but then I got to have a vent over here for $200.
Vent?
Yeah.
You make your own vent, can't you?
Well, you're going to have something to hook it to it with. You have to have the fittings to hook it up. They get $189 for that.
Well, just think, for less than $1,000, you'd be in business.
Yep. And this is showing natural gas, but they call it LP. It says liquid propane.
Yeah.
Well, it says natural gas down here. Input natural gas, power input natural gas, but up here it says liquid propane.
I gotta clarify that thing before I ordered it.
Oh, I ain't gonna order it.
That thing made in Germany?
It's a Bosch.
I know that. I was noticing that.
Probably made in South Korea.
Probably. Well, if it was made in North Korea, they wouldn't let them ship it out there. I like all that rhetoric coming out of North Korea.
He's just trying to get some attention for himself. He's playing a little dangerous right now. I don't know whether he's got enough sense to know it or not.
Yeah, all of their entries into South Korea, that's where I think the attack would come. I don't think he could hit the North American continent with one of his ballistic missiles. I think we'd shoot it down before it got past Japan.
Mm-hmm.
But if he decided to flood his army down into South Korea, where that thing narrows down there at the 38th parallel,
yeah,
I'd have so much firepower and ammunition going in that section that it'd just be a killing field. I'd kill them as fast as they come in there.
Well, that's why you ain't got elected to mayor. You'd been shooting all the customers.
I'd be shooting all the voters, wouldn't I?
Yeah. I'm kind of the opinion that we ought to build us a concrete bunker and get in it and get our concrete from Dixie Concrete. What do you think?
I guarantee you I would fear no man if I had a concrete bunker.
They've got boat anchors. It's getting to be the boat anchor season.
I'd fear no man dragging my boat off if I had one of Dixie Concrete's anchors. So you don't have to worry about nobody floating my boat off anyhow. It's still sitting high and dry. I'll have to get out there and do something about that in them windows, and the next few days we'll do that. Weather tunes up just a little bit more.
You're going to do what now?
I'm going to go out there and do something about my boat and all those windows.
Well, you better hurry and get them windows. I was about to give them away.
Well, give them away. I don't care.
I need to get them out of there before the grass starts growing in them again. Your boat's all right.
Yeah.
You going to launch that ship or not?
Yeah, I'm going to launch that ship, yeah. Sure.
When?
Well, I was waiting till I got enough money from my cables. You know, I had to move my steering mechanism up front, and my cables wouldn't reach that far. So, and the cables will run about $400.
You never did hear a tying two together?
Huh?
You never did hear a tying two together?
I don't got to work on this.
It might.
Gear shift.
Depends on where you put it.
I think on the steering part you could.
Oh, okay, the gear shift.
Yeah, the gear shift, I don't know whether you could do that or not. But we'll do something on it.
Outdoor tankless water heater. That might be what I want, outdoor. Don't have to have, they got that same pipe over there for $189.
What, for hookup?
Yeah. I'm going to have to find somebody who knows what they're doing before I buy one of them.
I believe I would.
But I just kind of getting some ideas how much I need to be going up on the rent.
You ain't renting that place where you putting that in, are you?
No.
Well,
I was gonna have to go up on anybody that was.
Before you go up on the rent,
I was gonna go up on wherever I could get it. I got up this morning.
That's good.
Yep. Couldn't find my phone.
That's an encouraging sign.
Yep. Couldn't find my phone. I went and looked everywhere, went down to the lake and looked, and then found it there at the house. I done had my lunch packed. I run off and forgot it. I got in the van and it was out of gas, but I drove down here with the lighter flicker. Got down here, got gas and come back over through here, and there's some fellers up there with a surveying outfit over there in the lot. And I said, well, there it goes again. What are they up to? So I just went back up there and asked them, you know what they're doing?
What?
There's an inventory in the outdoor advertising in Tennessee. They's up there getting a GPS reading there where that sign's at.
I wonder how many hundreds of thousands that cost us.
I don't know, they had 3 of them. Of course, Lamar has to pay a license fee on that every year, just like a car. I'm just wondering if they check the ones that's owned by the property owner. If we put up a sign, do we have to pay a tax too?
I don't know.
Probably.
You reckon they gonna charge us for that Memorial Mud Hole sign?
I don't know. We're gonna have to charge them rent for being over there surveying that sign.
We'll do it like you do your meters. You just turn them upside down, run them backwards. Well, we put that sign upside down. That way it'll take all them fees off.
Can you do a meter that way?
Used to could, them old meters.
Well, we need to get some of them back.
I had a man who did that. And one month he ran it back too far and it showed a negative balance. Well, they come out there to check it and they put a lock on his meter and we're going to find him and everything. He said, if I hear anything else out of this, all your poles that's on my property is going to come down. Well, they sent him some type of notice of billing, this, that, and the other. He went out there with his chainsaw and he cut about 4 or 5 power poles down.
How'd that go over?
Finally, he didn't. I think the jury acquitted him of most of that stuff.
Well, what he should have done is said, I'm going to put a piece of paper telling everybody how to turn their meter upside down.
Well, not what he should have done. You took care of it. You just put him some solar panels on his roof.
Yeah, I hadn't thought of that. That'll make them just spin backwards in a hurry.
That's that right.
Well, I don't know what you think, but I think we ought to tell them about Vital Care.
Yeah. Most certainly need to. I met one of their ambulances Saturday, I believe it was, taking somebody for a nice ride down Demer Road, headed to the hospital. And, you know, that's tender loving care at its best. That's 562-9370. That's Vital Care, medical transport.
562-9370.
Right.
Well, that's right.
If you can't remember the number, call 911, tell them you want Vital Care.
Yeah. Tell them you need a ride.
Right. Or if you can't do that, call me. I'm now at 871-2019 again because I lost 201-59-17. So I'm at 871-2019. Okay, and I had to put 2019 back in business.
There's some guy called me yesterday. I don't know if I wanted to buy so-and-so, and I said, no, you need to call Bob, and I'll give him your phone number. Then he called back again, and I know he didn't write the phone number down. He called back again, and when I answered, he hung up. He called back again, and I wouldn't answer it. He called back again, and I answered it and hung up on him. He called back again, and he wanted to know if Bob was up there, and I said, now listen, I told you the phone number, and then you call me back and hang up on me, and you expect me to do your running for you, and then you hung up on me again. I didn't hear no more.
Oh, Lord.
He made me mad when he called and hung up on me. He didn't know whether I had to crawl out from under a car or something.
Right, yeah. Didn't care.
No.
Did not care. My phone is somewhere up there in the motorhome. My daughter's
Maybe underneath the dog.
No, I can't find a dog in there. My daughters came up the other night and was working on my computer, getting some things set up on it, and they moved everything off my table. And I don't know where to put my cell phone.
You ever try calling it? Of course, you'd have to have somebody to listen for it.
I can't hear it. But we'll find it. You know, I'll keep a spare anyhow.
Anything else you want to talk about? You get done talking,
Well,
I'll put a video on.
Haven't we got a spaghetti supper coming up?
We do have a spaghetti supper up there 15th. Is that Friday?
That's Friday if it's the 15th.
Yeah, it's 15th, Ides of March.
Right.
Up
And
here
it
at the high
starts at
school.
5 o'clock.
Right up yonder at the high school.
You can eat in or you can take out some of the best
Spaghetti.
good bread, good tossed salad,
And they have
good
an
iced
auction
tea,
too, don't
and
they?
a dessert.
They have an auction too, don't they?
Yeah, they got an auction, silent auction, and
No, I think it ain't silent.
it's not silent
No,
anymore.
they get to holler.
Well, it'd be silent to me. I can't hear.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the reason I like going to silent auctions. I'm on a level playing field.
Yeah, you don't hear all that
I'm
aggravation.
on a
do you?
level playing field then,
Well, you know why they have silent auctions, don't you?
because you got people like me that can't hear.
No, so they don't have to pay an auctioneer.
Oh, I know that. Yeah, they get by the auctioneer laws. Yeah.
That's the kind of auction I need too, the
Yeah.
silent auction. I need to sell everything I got.
I wouldn't mind too.
Anything else?
No, just appreciate all of you. If
Tune
you
in
need
tomorrow
me,
night.
I'm buying gold and silver. If you got any gold, especially doing real good. Silver is not, you know, if you got a piece of jewelry and you want to sell it, it's bought for scrap. And a piece of silver jewelry has a value greater than scrap, you know, as jewelry. A lot of people are very, very disappointed, and they'll bring a silver necklace or something down there that'll weigh like maybe 8 or 10 grams, and what will that bring? Well, $5 and a half, you know. It makes it kind of tough to sell your silver for scrap. Now, on a piece of gold, I had some the other day, and this buddy of mine, I said, well, I don't want you to, I knew what I was going to give him for it, but I said, I don't want you to think that I'm not doing you right. So we went down to the gold place down here. They offered him $31 for what he had. Then I carried him to a pawn shop. They offered him $45 for what he had. He said, what are you going to pay us? I'm going to give you $100 for it.
What do you think
Took
about
it. I sold it to the gold people, my gold buyer, for $196. So these other places, one was going to buy it for $31, one was going to buy it for $45, you know. They probably would have got the same thing out of it I got, you know.
Well, I need to start buying gold too if I can buy it for $30 and sell it for $190.
If what?
If I can buy it for $30 and sell it for $190.
Yeah, well, I didn't buy it for $30.
I know them people down yonder are buying gold.
Well, that's
like
what
that.
they offered for it. Okay?
Yeah.
That's what they offered for it. What you got? A mace?
No, I just saw something over there. I don't know, man. I don't guess. There ain't nobody shooting at us.
Huh?
I said there ain't nobody shooting at us, so I guess we're all right.
So where's your back door?
I ain't got one.
Where you want one?
I got a side door.
where do you want one? Are we ready to go off?
No, just hang on a minute.
Okay, all right. We're going to go see if somebody is stalking us. Huh?
Must have been the sun went down or something.
Right.
Yeah, we can go off now if you want to.
We do what?
We can go off now if you want to.
Right.
Thank you, folks.
Thank you. See you tomorrow night.
See you.